And today I want to introduce you to Barney Kuntze, who is the creator and the developer of the Animal Wellness Summit. And that's coming up starting Friday, tomorrow, November 10th, and will run through November 20th. It is a completely free event with some amazing speakers and a great opportunity for you to get information you can help your pets with. So, Barney, tell us how you got started with this event. That's a big undertaking.
Yeah, it is. And so first of all, thank you for allowing me to come on and share with your people, with your tribe, your community. I know that this event is something that I think that it's going to be pretty amazing because it's a collaborative event that is really kind of syndicating and congregating some of the best minds when it comes to holistic health regarding cats, dogs, horses, and now rabbits and birds and other animals are coming into it. Originally, it was just initially kind of designed or created for dogs, cats, and horses. But how I came to do the event, to answer your question, is that I am not an animal expert. So people have asked, they're like, well, you're organizing this event. Why the heck are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And because I'm actually an expert at just bringing people together in networking, and I'm passionate about the big picture mission and vision about why this event was put into place. And so I just have the ability, and not, saying this to impress anybody, but just to impress upon you why we're doing this, and that we're really, I didn't know you probably a couple weeks ago until Dr. Will Faulkner introduced us, and we started talking, and you weren't sure if it was going to work for you with the timelines, but here we are.
Here we are. We got it together. Yep. Great. And I know that you've been involved in essential oils for a long time, and I think that's part of where you've developed some of these skills about how to help people understand what they can do with the oils and things of that nature. And it seems like you've been able to apply that to making this summit go off really nicely. So Kudos to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
I think that if there's people that are not really sure how to use essential oils with their pets and animals, you're going to learn a lot from people who are much more experienced than I am. I don't have a ton of experience directly with the animals. I mean, we do with our little dog, Lucy. But I do, my wife and I have had my wife has had, and I've been there, 3 natural at-home births, and we've used the oils there and have been using them professionally and personally for the last 9 years. So I think if you guys are, watching this now or in the future and you haven't used them, you're just gonna get a lot of insight into how you can safely and effectively use them in the variety of different ways. But that's not really even the focus of it. There's probably about 30% of the presentations are talking about essential oils, and other than that, it's really just general health and well-being on all topics relating to holistic health for our pets and animals.
That's awesome. And I know we've had a few links up there as far as how to get signed up, but how will folks end up tuning in when the festivities start tomorrow?
Yeah, so great question. Basically, the way it's going to work is that when you go in, I can just turn this a little bit this way. When you go to get set up, or you click on the link that's posted there, you can get registered for free. And the way that this summit works, if for whatever reason you haven't participated in an online summit before, there's the way that it works is that it's free during the time when it's live. So like, unlike when you go to conferences and conventions, you usually pay a couple $100 at least, plus your travel expenses, accommodations, your flight. Well, the flight would be travel expenses, and then food and any other spending money. Whereas this way, you actually get to learn for free, and there's no catch. Basically, it's 100% free. Every day for the 10 days, there will be a handful of presentations that will be made available to you for a 24-hour period. And so starting tomorrow at 12:01 a.m., when you go and get registered, you'll get a couple emails from us to confirm your email address. And then we will send you a username and a password to our membership site or members area, because you have to sign up in order to get access to it. And then every day, basically, we send you an email very early in the morning at like 12 or 12:30 in the morning saying, okay, Ruth, there's more presentations that are available. Here's what's on deck for today. And so the free version, you get the 24-hour access, so every day for the 10 days. And then we have a second, and like an enhanced viewing package, and that's for people. It's a paid option, and it's really economical. It's only $47, and that gives you access to go through. So that if, like Ruth, if you're going to be busy on the weekend, and it's starting on Friday, and then it's all weekend, maybe you're traveling, or you're on the go. This will then allow you on, like, let's say day 7, you can go back and watch days 1 through 6. On day 10, you can go back and watch days 1 through 9 for just $47, and then when it's finished, then you won't have access anymore. But that gives people, it's a really popular option because it's kind of the bridge between the free version and then the paid version. And then we do have a couple other options where you can buy the flash drive and the digital downloads. And we do actually have an app that we created that's like Netflix and Audible, that the presentations will be available on, so that you can listen, watch, and read those presentations on there. So it's pretty cool. So I don't know if that kind of answers the question. I went a little bit more in detail maybe, but at least it clarifies how it all works. And then when you go and when you click on that link, you'll go and you'll see the homepage. And there's a little yellow button, that's the register now button, and that will give you the free access. And then there's a blue button just above the video on the homepage where you can actually just, you can see the options if you're interested in the paid access levels.
That's awesome. And you mentioned too, so that's super simple. You sign up, you get the email each day, and then you just click the link in the email to get to that day's lectures. But one of the other things you mentioned when we were talking earlier about the app is that there's the potential to have speakers come back and sort of answer questions about particular things. And so there may be some continuing, either continuing education, if you will, based on the topics that were introduced during that 10-day period, and also the potential for different sessions to kind of pop up during on that app, and if you've purchased access to it, you're good to go for a whole year.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's exactly right. So basically, there's the summits are great, but there's inherently a kind of a hidden problem or a challenge with them, because they're great, but it's like you come to the event, and it's like if you go to any convention, any conference, any workshop, any seminar series or weekend event, you go there, and there's this scheduled agenda, and it's like literally drinking from the fire hose, and it's like you're taking pictures and taking notes and trying to take things down. Right. And the big problem with that is that the memory retention, or the capacity for our human brains to actually absorb and retain that information is very low. It's actually, I know there's different theories on this and different statistics, but it's between 8 and 15% of the information that you take in at a live event, or even in an online event, that you'll actually retain it, because there's only so much that you can process. And so the way our human brains are designed, which you probably could tell me a lot more, that maybe there's some connections with our pets and animals, but that we learn in our nervous system works in layers or levels. And so basically, when you can repeat the information or listen to it over and over again, then you can learn. And so that's the problem per se. And so we found, kind of through doing surveys with thousands of people that have attended our other events, there's been two big problems that we kept running into, Ruth, and that was that people wanted to have an affordable way that they could continue to stay engaged, that they'd have the information, and then the other thing was being able to ask some of the presenters questions. And so what we have now set up is that there's the app, when you get that as a membership, we're going to be doing live calls, more than likely on a weekly basis, but it might be a bi-weekly or monthly basis, where if you have questions you want to ask, obviously you do this every Thursday, right?
Yes.
At 12:30, and you do a Q&A, which is really powerful, because I don't know, to be honest, how your services and businesses or business model is kind of set up for you being a doctor and a practitioner in the work that you do. But like I'm a holistic lifestyle coach, and I charge $90 an hour for my private time, which is, some people just want to ask me a quick question. And I only say this because then this way, if you're watching, you're thinking, wow, this is really cool. This is just the start of what we have planned for you guys. So I don't want to give away all of the secrets, so to speak, or like the ending of the movie. But to let you know that we have you, this event was really designed for you in mind, because we know that even when you come, you get the information for free. It's amazing. You're like, wow. But when you can utilize it in a way that's, as you're part of a community of not with a fixed agenda, trying to specifically sell you a given product per se, it's to help really just collaborate and congregate some of the best minds in the world, totally from different perspectives, maybe from the same perspective, but really just to put it out there on the table and say, this is the way Dr. Will Faulkner looks at things. Dr. Andrew Jones looks at it like this, and Dr. Ruth looks at it like this. And then you guys can then, you as in the people who are watching, the attendees and registrants, can then take in that information and make the best educated decision is what's right for you and your pets and animals. So, that's
so awesome too, because I mean, we all have our own little box that we work within. But golly, it's so important to get other people's perspectives, to keep yourself honest and keep it fresh. And ultimately, as you just said, one way may work well, and another way may not. But if you don't have that opportunity to learn about different ways to approach the same thing, then if the one way isn't working, you don't know what to do next. So I think that's just fantastic that you've got so many viewpoints going on here. So
yeah, and I think that some people who had feedback shared, like we actually had, I was joking with you on the phone earlier, and I'm going to leave the presenter's name to be anonymous, but we had somebody call us like, oh my goodness, like this person's on the summit. If they're on there, I would, I'm not going to promote it. If they're not on there, I would promote it. And I said, well, great. Thanks for sharing with me passionately your perspective. There's a lot of other people. I know this individual very well, and he has a great following. So there I kind of limited the who it might be, but just to say that they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to attend it or promote it if this person's on. I said, well, then don't.
Yeah, that's okay.
Including all the other presenters and information and education. And that's really where, I have been presented with some great challenges in my, in business, in life, in my holistic lifestyle coaching, in our essential oil community and the animal wellness community, because I'm not, restricted in my box thinking of like, well, this is the way it has to be. Of course, to some degree I am as a human being. But I really like to just put it all out there on the table and then be able to make the best decision that's right for me, what's right for me and my, our little dog, Lucy, and some of the other pets and animals that we have in our lives may not be the same for Dr. Ruth or vice versa. But I think that for the most part, we're, as a part of this community with the Animal Wellness Summit, that we're all pretty much on the same page.
Yeah, and that's it. Everybody is here to help pets, and that's the biggest thing. Pets, being all of our companion animal species, dogs, cats, horses, birds, and birds have definitely gotten the short shrift of things. So I'm delighted that you're including some topics to help these guys out too. Yeah. So if people want to get involved in helping to get the word out about this event, what can they do?
Yeah, so there actually is. So if everybody's that's watching this live, and by the way, if you guys are watching live, sometimes on this platform that we're using, it's called Be Live TV, and it's really awesome, except for the fact that sometimes all of the comments get frozen and I don't see them, and then all of a sudden when we're done the call, like all these comments flood in. So if you guys have a question, what I'd love for you to do, I see there's about 8 of you on live right now. It's been fluctuating back and forth. But go ahead and just even post where you're listening or calling in from today, or tuning in from. I know you're not calling, but and just let us know so that we can see that the comments are working. That's number one. Number two is to answer the question. When you go and you sign up for free, the best thing that you can do is share the event with your friends, with your family. And so we actually do have a program, an affiliate program. If you're interested, Dr. Ruth has been set up. She has special privileges as a presenter. So you guys are listening and or watching because you trust and respect Dr. Ruth, or at least I'm presuming that's why you're on or watching this. And so she can actually give you a link where you can get set up with an affiliate program that you can share it with people. And then if people buy it, you can earn commission. But if not, you literally just from the heart want to share it with other people, other pet parents, animal lovers, anybody that you think might be really kind of resonate with what it is that we're doing. The greatest compliment that you can give us is certainly just a great share. We would really appreciate that.
Amen. Yeah. Anything else we haven't covered yet that you'd like to make sure folks know about the summit?
No, I think just jump in and learn lots and interact with everybody. The Facebook page is really getting quite interactive, and let us know if you need any help. You can contact us on our website. You can see where it's support@animalwellnesssummit.com. But we also will have a support page up so that during the live event, if you have questions or you need help, we can do our best to serve you in the best way possible. So I think we pretty much covered everything. And yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents, I guess.
Wonderful. Well, Barney, thank you so much for putting this event together. I'm really looking forward to listening to some of the presentations and also to give mine as well. And when we finish up with this broadcast, I'll put some links down below that folks can go ahead and sign up for the summit. If they're interested in helping us spread the word, that link will be there as well. And then also a link to the Animal Wellness Summit Facebook page so that you can like it and follow kind of the goings on of the day, so to speak, and help promote this and get the word out to other pet lovers.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
And I put the link is actually the first one for the registration is there, so you guys can get that registered. It'll already be in the comments. And then the one for the affiliate program, if you are interested and you want to share and with people that are interested, then that would be great. And Dr. Ruth will put that on there for you as well. So.
Great. And Vicki, you're very welcome. I'm glad to be able to get you guys some different information so that you've got more options. I find that when I run across something that challenges the way I think, it often ends up shifting my thinking, and it makes me reassess why I believe something is true. So that's fantastic. All right, awesome. Barney, I know you've got a ton of work to do to get ready for tomorrow, so we'll talk soon.
Sounds great, and thanks for tuning in, everybody.